Logo styles can vary wildly, and there are many to go over. Before we begin, I have a logo style cheat sheet as a downloadable resource. These aren't the only logo design styles out there. There can be hundreds. Main logo categories like seals and word marks, the ones we studied in the last lesson, never change. But logo styles do, with new styles added each year, while other styles falling out of fashion. The first style we're going to talk about today is flat design. A super popular style as of late, it requires a logo to use simple shapes and vector graphics to create a sense of depth. The requirements for a flat design style is no use of blurred shapes or drop shadows. Usually they're solid colors without the use of gradients, and the flat design style remains simple and clean, with as little design elements used as possible. These are flexible, versatile logos because of their simplicity, and they can easily be applied to a multitude of products. Illustrative, script, and hand-drawn logos are the trending style as of late, and I think these are popular because brands and companies want to appear more authentic and relatable, and it's a great way to have a logo that emulates this authenticity. As a designer, this one is the toughest style to master because it requires some comfort with drawing and illustration, a skill that is sometimes comes more natural to some people than others. In this class, we'll try to illustrate a hand-drawn logo to see if we can master this technique with a little practice. I think companies and brands are going to continue to move toward this direction, so it's our job as designers to be prepared for what lies ahead. Grunge-style logos use gritty textures with holes, rips, and sometimes destroyed edges. These rough logos can give a logo a sense of rawness and a worn look. The texture adds depth and character, and the key to a great grunge logo is a more subtle use of texture, one that will not interfere with the readability or logo and the type. Geometric logos use a combination of basic shapes to create a geometric pattern. They're sometimes created by using grids. This example here was created using the isometric grid, which we'll use later on in the class. You can also use standard grids to create a multitude of shapes that come together to create one unique shape. Geometric logos can be simple and clean, yet some can have detail and be very ornate. Geometric logos can give the logo a modern, clean look. Gradient and gradient overlay logos use a combination of gradients or blending modes to create a sophisticated, layered look. They can provide big pops of vibrant color and create an endless amount of intersecting shapes in the in-between areas. Eye-catching and beautiful, this logo style is great for giving off a youthful, energetic vibe. Crest-style logos are a fantastic way to organize those logos that need many lines of type, including an established date, maybe a subline of the company or a byline, and also a main company name. Accompanying symbols can also be used in the crest to further explain the company's mission and values. Next up are polygon logos, and they use a combination of geometric shapes, but mainly triangle shapes, to create a computer-generated 3D look. Technically, polygon logos use solid colors, not gradients, with different light and dark values at the same color hue to create the effect of shadows and highlights, without the graphic actually being in 3D. Similar in style to geometric logos, polygon logos can create a sense of depth and complexity, giving a logo a contemporary appearance. Golden ratio style logos use the golden ratio to piece together their elements. These intersecting circles, which follow the 1 to 1.61 ratio, create shapes and curves, which paired together can create animal figures, letters, and more. The golden ratio logo is used often by design experts and ad agencies to show the client that design has a sense of purpose. It had a method of creation and was created by using a system, not just created because it looked cool. Creating logos with the golden ratio can be hard to master at first, but worth the extra effort to look a little professional. Negative space logos are a pure joy to look at, especially when you discover that the shape created while using the negative space. The negative space is the space created by the absence of a shape. Take, for instance, this logo. The negative or blank space that's created by the O is transformed into a bomb, and the same thing goes for this lamp logo example. With a natural space that's left by the closed counter of the circle area of the A, it's transformed into an object that can help the logo exist with less stuff and symbols. Negative space logos utilize this negative space to reduce the amount of illustration that's required to create a symbol. leaving it much more clean and has a simple appearance. Double meaning logos are clever and fantastic ways to create a memorable logo. Take for instance this example I created. It's the letter B, but it also creates the insect bee. And it requires a company name that can also have a double meaning to pull it off. But if you have something that comes together like this, then take the chance. Memorability is the mainstay of a solid logo design. Many of the logo examples you see throughout this lesson were created by talented designers who post their designs on behance.com and a wide variety of other websites. There's fantastic resources in finding a little logo design inspiration if you ever feel stuck on coming up with a theme or idea for your logo design. In the Logo Design Resource Guide, another downloadable resource in this class, there's a list of my favorite places to find a little bit of that logo design inspiration. Now that we looked at a few different logo categories and also some styles, now it's time to review the characteristics of solid logo designs.